Come on, everybody. You are on the channel for English for Biology majors, which is brought to you by Tsinghua University's Susan Ye. We hope after you learn this class, you will think biology is fun and to read biology book is piece of cake. Let's go, yay! Hello, everybody. Today we are going to learn more about prefixes and suffixes regarding to shapes. However, we still need to review what we've learned last time. For describing fibrous things, we use those prefixes. Fibro, F-I-B-R-O, and ino, I-N-O. When we are describing things that shape like a whip, we use the prefix F-L-A-G-E-L-L. When we are describing things that are berry-shaped, we use the prefix coco, C-O-C-C-O. For things that look like a bunch of grapes, we use the prefix staphylo, S-T-A-P-H-Y-L-O. When we want to describe things that are circle-shaped or going around in circles, we use these prefixes CYCL, GYR, and ORB. When we want to describe things that are disc-shaped, we use these two prefixes, disco, D-I-S-C-O, and D-I-S-K-O. When we want to describe things that have angles, we use the prefix goni, G-O-N-I, and we can also move it to the end of the word, become G-O-N. Now let's proceed to the first part of Lesson 8. We are going to learn more prefixes and suffixes regarding to shapes. For describing things that shape like a grain or particle, we use chondrio, C-H-O-N-D-R-I-O, and grain, G-R-A-N. Let's see our examples. For chondrio, C-H-O-N-D-R-I-O, our example is mitochondria. Mitochondria is a small spherical to rod-shaped cytoplasmic organelles consisting of inner and outer bilayer membranes with a space between them. It is the powerhouse of our cell. It makes ATP so our body can do work. Our example for GRAN is granula. Granula is a small particle or grain. Let's review what we've just learned for describing things that shape like a grain or particle. We use two prefixes, chondrio, C-H-O-N-D-R-I-O, and grain, G-R-A-N. When we want to describe things that look like a nut or a kernel, which is a little bit bigger than grain and particle, we use kary, K-A-R-Y, and nucleo, N-U-C-L-E-O. Our example for kary, K-A-R-Y, is karyomegaly. What is karyomegaly? Karyomegaly is the abnormal enlargement of the nucleus of a cell, which is not caused by polyploidy, meaning it is not like two cells fuse together, then their nucleus fuse together, so the nucleus become bigger than usual. Karyomegaly is not describing that kind of phenomenon. It is just the abnormal enlargement of a nucleus. For nucleo, our example is nucleoid. What is a nucleoid? Nucleoid is a term to describe the structure resembling a nucleus or a DNA-containing region lacking a surrounding nuclear membrane, like in prokaryotes. They have a region that has DNA in there, but there's no membrane surrounding those DNA, so this region is called nucleoid. The term nucleoid also referring to the core of nucleic acid surrounding by the protein capsid in some viruses. Let's review what we've just learned. For describing things that shape like a nut or a kernel, we use kary, K-A-R-Y, and nucleo, N-U-C-L-E-O. When we want to describe things that look like a nut, we use N-O-D. Our example for nut is node. What is a node? A node is referring to small mass of tissue in the form of swelling, like this part is slightly bigger than the rest of the stem. In plants, in plants, the node is referring to where the leaves and the auxiliary stem attached. This section between two nodes is called internode. Remember we learned about inter? Inter means between, so internode is actually referring to a region that between two nodes. When we want to describe things that are flat, we use platy, P-L-A-T-Y. Our example is Platyhelminthes. What is a Platyhelminthes? They are the flatworms. They are dorsoventrally flattened, bilaterally symmetrical invertebrates, like the Platyhelminthes in this picture. When we want to describe things that look like a net, we use dictyo or reto. Let's see our example. Our example for dictyo is dictyoma. Dictyoma. What is a dictyoma? Dictyoma is a benign tumor of the non-pigmented layer of the ciliary epithelium of our eye. Because they have a net-like structure, so it is named dictyoma. And our example for reto is retothelium. Retothelium is the layer of cells covering a reticular tissue. Because I can't find a good picture, so we'll have to imagine it. And we also and there's also an interesting example for dictyl is Paleodictyoptera. It is an extinct order of medium-sized to very large primitive Paleozoic Paleopterous insects. They are the ancestor of modern insects. Paleo means really old, and dictyl means their wings are net-like. Ptera is the wing, so actually it means old net wing. Let's review what we've learned. For things describing that shape like a net, we use dictyl, D-I-C-T-Y-O, and the recto, R-E-T-O. For things that are ball-shaped, we use the prefix S-P-H-E-R. Let's see our example, spheroplast. Spheroplast is a membrane-bound spherical cell that results after partial or complete removal of the cell wall from a bacteria, yeast, or fungal, or even plant cell. In this picture, in the center of the visual field is the spheroplast of E. coli. That means we have removed the cell wall of E. coli. For those cells that has a cell wall, after we remove the cell wall, they will become round, ball-like. That's why they were called spheroplast. When we want to describe things that are coil-shaped, we use SPIR. Our example for SPIR is spirochete. Spirochete is a spiral bacterium. Like in this picture, the spirochete, its official name is Treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum is the species that causes syphilis in human, and Treponema is a genus of gram-negative bacteria of the family spirochete, consisting of microaerophilic spiral microorganisms that exhibit mobility with a flexing, bending, snapping motion. When we want to describe things that shape like a pipe or a duct, we use PORO, TUB, and VASO. Our example for poro is porencephaly. What is a porencephaly? It is referring to the condition that there's one or more cavities in the brain, which sometimes communicate with the arachnoid space, most often occurring in the fetal life of early infancy. It is also called porosis. Our example for TUB is tubectomy. Tubectomy is the surgical removal of the uterus tube, which is this part. It is also called self-ectomy. Our example for VASO is vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction is the diminution. Vasoconstriction is the diminution of the caliber of vessels, especially constriction of arteries. It will cause decrease of blood flow to the part where the artery leads to. Let's review what we just learned. For things that have a shape of pipe or a shape of duct, we use PORO, TUB, or VASO. When we want to describe things that are shaped like a vessel, we use the prefix angio, ANGIO. Let's see our example. The first example is angioedema. Angioedema is a vascular reaction involving the deep dermis or subcutaneous or submucosal tissues. It is caused by dilation and increased permeability of the capillaries. Like in this picture, this child is suffering from hypersensitive angioedema, so his face is all swollen. He has an allergy to something and which caused the angioedema. Our second example is angiosperm. Angiosperm is the true flowering plant. It has an enclosed ovary. The reason why it is called angiosperm, meaning called angiosperm, is due to its ovary structure, because the ovary structure is enclosed in a in the what we call it's enclosed, so it is called angiosperm. Angio means vessel or tube, and sperm is seed. So actually it means tube seeds or vessel seeds. We have finished all of the prefixes for this part of lesson 8. Let's review what we've learned today. For describing things that shape like a grain or particle, we use chondrio, chondrio, and gran, gran. For describing things that shape like a nut or a kernel, we use kary and nucleo, nucleo. For nut-shaped thing, we use nod. And if this thing is flat or broad in its shape, we use the term platy, Platy. For things that are net-like, we use dictyo, dictyo, recto, reto. For things that are ball-shaped, we use spher. And for coil things, we use spir. For things that shape like a pipe or a duct, we use poro, poro, tube, tub, or vaso, vaso. And the last one of this lesson, when this thing looks like a vessel, we use the term angio, angio. We have finished all the prefixes and suffixes for this part of our lesson. Next time, we will continue with more of lesson 8. See ya! English for Biology Major is brought to you by TCU's English for Biology Major course team. If you have any questions, don't forget to visit our FB fans page. The website is here, and you can also scan the QR code to reach to our FB fans page. This course is sponsored by Centers for Faculty Development and Instructional Resources of TCU.